My next guest is Bill McKenna. And Bill, you've had very interesting life career experiences.
Yes, I have.
And Bill is also running for town council. So thank you for stepping up to that platform for citizenry.
Absolutely.
Tell us a little bit about what you do. It
Uh,
sounds fascinating.
yeah, I have. I actually have two careers, if you will. My main one is I'm an IT consultant for CRM, business intelligence, and predictive analytics for the federal government. So my job is to places like Department of Homeland Security, Department of State. They're clients of mine to make sure that they have the tools they need to do the day-to-day things that they have. I'll give you an example. The biometrics that USCIS uses for the refugee status that was 2 years ago put in place. That was designed by my organization, so they have an ability to, with the biometrics, be able to match passports, DNA, and some other things to make sure that they capture
Nice
people.
to know we're working on these things.
Absolutely, yes. That's why I watch a lot of the things on the news, and I smile a little bit because I do know some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes.
Great. So how do you and Herndon match up?
Well, I actually, it's funny. I started working at Oracle back in 2011. I'm originally from New Jersey. Was actually a councilman there when in my 20s. I can certainly go back to that. But I lived in Old Town Alexandria for a few years, and when I got my job with Oracle, the commute from Old Town to Reston was impossible. But when I went to Jimmy's Old Town Tavern for lunch one day, actually, and I sat down, I literally looked around, the downtown area and said, I need to live here. Because I come from a small town. Everyone knows each other. My town had a population of about 8,000 as a square mile, but we had our own our own high school, own DPW. Because it was self-rule there. And I just fell in love with the place because it had a lot of the qualities that I know from my hometown.
Very nice. Well, here you are now stepping up to run for town council.
Yes.
And I know everyone would like to know what it is that pushes your buttons. What are the issues that you care about? Tell us about you and your thoughts.
Sure. Well, I mean, I grew up in a kind of in a unique way too. When I was 5 years old, my parents had a newspaper shop. So on day to day, I had interactions with people, and I generally just grew to like people because my parents were open with people and very kind, and had little league teams and things of that nature. So I learned at an early age that being civic minded is very important because the engine can't run without somebody trying to do something with it. And because I fell in love with this place, and I know that I have some abilities because I have been a councilman before. I was elected when I was 24, and I was a finance chairman because I had some financial background. I was a 401k salesman for 14 years in the New York area. And my main issues are basically the downtown district. Obviously we have growth happening, but more importantly, just to make sure not only is that growth stable, parking and traffic can be an issue, make sure we handle those issues okay, but also to the existing businesses, make sure they're not left behind in the situation. A lot of times, people are front runners, and just to make sure that all the businesses benefit from the growth that we have. Again, another thing is the budgets. Financially speaking, one thing I was very good at, and we had a problem with debt when I was in my position in Denellen. So making sure our short-term, mid-term, and long-term goals are met, because we have situations where you have 3 or 4 feet of snow. Does emergency management have the resources to do so? So having rainy day funds, make sure we allocate those budget numbers correctly. And then obviously, I think with this year, Herndon having the elections in November, it's going to, instead of having 20% of the people vote, it's a presidential election, it's been close to 67. So making sure that the town knows that we, in fact, have a town government and they have a voice that they can talk to. I think that's very important to bring to people, and I'm very excited about that. So I think those 3 things are, I would say, my core issues, and I'm really looking forward to the campaign trail. And I've been actually exercising and lost 30 pounds so far.
You rock.
Yeah, because I have to go door to door. I don't want to be the guy who's, so I know it takes some time, so I'm just developing that and working out for it.
Bill, thank you very much for being with us today, and we wish you all success in your campaign. and we'll see what's going on in November.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay, have a great